everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Calamity Craft. I'm in Coco's area right now, and that's for good reason. I'm going to be doing some building here today on this episode, and it's going to be spectacular, I'm hoping. The other day, Coco decided she wanted to show me her area, and I was like, sure, okay, yeah, show me around. So she was showing me around, and we got to this part. She's running low on mud blocks, she's told me. And mud is kind of a pain to get, so I can totally understand why there's a lack of it. She plans to make a cool barn here, and I was taken over here. And I went down here, and I looked up, and I was just like, man, that's a cool view. That's a nice view. And then I thought to myself, you know what would be even more spectacular? A nice short tree with a wide canopy right there, and then a small bridge going across. Huh? That would be so amazing and beautiful. What are you doing here? Punk. Plus, that would help Coco with her mud problems. So, she wouldn't have to gather as much mud. It's going to be a small bridge, nothing too big. I don't know exactly what this tree is going to look like, but I was also thinking of maybe having a small path going this way, and then right here being like a small fountain or something, or some stone benches, you know, something interesting. And then I'm also thinking right here, maybe putting some thin, tall birch trees, I mean. And I'd be making custom ones. I wouldn't just be like putting that down and calling it a day. But that's what's planned for today. Nothing I'm doing, nothing on my list. She was just showing me this area, and I thought, wow, this would look really cool here. It'd be really photogenic with the beautiful tree right there, some other nice birch trees, the small bridge. Originally, I thought it should be covered, but since that hill, that beautiful hill in the background, I don't think it'll be covered. I don't think it's going to be a covered bridge. But nevertheless, it'll be a bridge, and it'll look very pretty. So I'm going to get myself situated over here, and I'm going to start building. Okay, guys, I did some stuff while not talking. I wanted to figure out exactly what kind of bridge I wanted to go for. And originally I wanted a spruce bridge, but I couldn't really think of anything that made me happy when designing it. I wasn't very happy with how it looked. And then I thought to myself, it'd be cool if there was a stone bridge. And at first, I thought, let me make it out of bricks. But I don't have that many bricks. So I was like, the next best thing is stone. And right now, I am just figuring out the shape, and I am happy with this. I think it looks really good. Very happy with that shape. It's mostly going to be stone, and I'm going to use mossy stone bricks as well as moss to just make it look a little nicer, like so. Yeah, we'll do something like that. And around here we'll put moss. And we'll just put that all around. I think it'll look pretty good. I think so. Yeah. I'm gonna finish doing that. We'll be back. I'll be back once I finish this bridge, and then we'll start building the interesting trees. Okay, guys, here I am with I think a finished bridge. Actually, I didn't work on that part right there. Um, this is fine. Let's just do this real quick. Boom. Okay, it's been worked on. All right. Let me show you it. Just did some texturing. I put down a cool little thingamajig there. Made the underneath of it not grassy because there's not a lot of sunlight. And I just did a bit of decorating. Pretty much all the grass you see and the ferns all hand placed. Not a whole lot, but just things like this make it seem so much more detailed. It seems more in place. You know, it seems like it's been in the world for a while, and that it wasn't just kind of, you know, like placed down. This is the type of stuff I love. I love doing this little detail stuff. It's just 3 pieces of gravel, a slab, and some grass. That's all it is, but I love doing that. It makes it just look, so good, I think. So yeah, that's what I've got going on. And so far, this is looking good. This is looking good. I might have just heard it's either thunder or someone's moving the trash can outside. I don't know. But I'm going to work on the trees. But before I do that, I want to add a rock. Over here is a really big, like, cliff side type, kind of. It's just like a drop off. And I kind of want to put a rock here so it looks a little more natural. So I'm going to use tuff, some mossy cobble, and we're going to start building a rock. And let me get some more dirt. All right. Excelente. Do something like that. And kind of around the edge of the rock. Up here, at least, I want it to be mossy cobble. That'll be good. And then let's keep the 1 bit of grass right there. Why not? Why not? Oh, it just got really windy outside. I think a storm's a brewing. There, let's do that. Okay, how does this look? What kind of bulbous shape do I got going on? That's a big boulder. I think that's a little too big for what I want. We'll do something like this. Okay, and what does that shape look like? Yeah, that's a bit better. That's better. Let me go grab some moss. To make this seem more of like this is a rock right here, we're gonna put some mossy cobble down. Okay. Now we won't see it much from down here. But that's okay. I like that one piece of grass there. I like that. Okay. That's nice. It's looking nice. We've got some slabs here. We can try to shape this a little more. Something like that. And that looks good. And it's just a rock. It's just a boulder. That's all it is. But it looks nice. And now what'll really make this cool is if we take some grass. This is not a good return on investment. What am I doing? Here we go. So if we grab some grass, make you tall, do something like this. Okay, how does that look? That's good. Oh, I love that. Now, doesn't that just seem like an overgrown rock? It's so awesome. I love it. And then what we can do, down here, sorry, grass, had to go. Put that there and that there. Grab our gravel. Yeah, gravel. That's what I want. Bop, beep, bop, beep, zop. We can just do this again, you know? Put some grass down. Let's make a button. Yeah, we'll just keep that. And we'll put a button right there. Blah, get out of here. And you know, it's a little detail. No one's gonna look directly at it, you know? Stare at it and scrutinize every single thing about this boulder, but it's nice. It's just, you know, a little thing. And that's all I'm trying to do here. Is just do a little thing. Yeah. So I'm going to put some more little rocks in. Like so. And it just looks like a rocky outcrop now, doesn't it? Great. It's wonderful. If we do this. Boom. Let's get some more grass up in here. This is probably a long segment of me just placing things silently. We'll do something like that. And that looks so nice. Look at how nice that looks. Doesn't it? I really like it. In fact, let me actually do this. Right? Is this what I want to do? What if we did that instead? Grabbed our moss, put it there like that. I like that better. I like that better. Alright, I'm probably going to continue to do this for way too long, and I'll be right back with you guys. And we'll do the birch tree on camera. I've already done an oak tree on camera, so I won't do that on camera. I'll come back with you guys, do the birch tree, then do the oak tree, and that'll be it. And that'll show you the complete area, and it'll be beautiful. Okay, I've got some blocks on me, and I've got a good reference image what I want these trees to look like. I just want to make a couple. I do want to start with just one good sized tree. Oh, I fell. That's okay. Make a few branches. Okay, now how does that look? That's a good size. I think those branches might be too big from what I want, though. Gosh dang it. Can't build up with these darn walls or fences. Grab some dirt. I want the tips of the branches to be birch wood, to have a more yellow color. Just to make it look like they're newer. Because birch trees don't always, like, on their twigs, they don't have this kind of texture to them, you know? So, I want to kind of show that. I actually want to get rid of that. Okay, let's go sleep so nothing spawns. Alright, but for this particular tree, there's not going to be a lot of leaves on it. It's not going to be a big bushy tree. It's going to be a thin, petite tree with clusters of leaves. And I think I'll be able to get that well enough. We do something like that. That could look good. Don't like how that looks. Just trying to fill this out in a way to where it looks good. I don't want it to look bulky though. I still want it to look slim. How does that look? You know, with two trees next to it, that'd look good. Well, let's slap some shaders on real quick. Gotta let things load. That looks good. I like that. It's just a nice, small tree. And that's all I really want. How does it look from over here? Gosh, this looks beautiful. Look at this. Look at the water. Gorgeous. It looks fine from that angle. I think I want less of the big branches, though. What about from down here? Yeah, that's fine. That's a little weird, but... Oh, come now. Whoa. Framey. That's better looking. Okay. I like that. And, you know, that's really all it takes to build trees in Minecraft. Sometimes it can be really intimidating. Like, even now, I'm still very intimidated to build trees because I don't want them to look super dumb and goofy, but if you can picture in your mind the shape of a tree, and like, you're probably thinking, what type of shape do trees have? It's just a tree, it's just bushes, it's just leaves. Yes, but, you know, some trees, like spruce trees, for instance, are kind of a triangle shape. And their little branches in real life kind of come out and down like that. I mean, kind of think of how you draw a Christmas tree, like on a piece of paper with a pencil. That type of tree shape. Once you figure out what type of shape you want, it's a lot easier to make a tree, I think. And then, you know, you just play with it a little bit, see what you like, see what you don't like. And bada bing, bada boom, you got yourself a tree. I'm sure that's what Coco did with that tree. I'm sure that's what she did with that tree over there. It just makes it a lot easier to make organic shapes that way. Alright. I'm going to make the two smaller trees next to it in a very similar fashion. And then I'm going to make the oak tree, and then I'll show you guys what this place looks like when I'm done. Ah, boy, I sure do love hot apple cider. It's done. It's done. I've got two trees here now. And I like them. I like them a lot. I did a lot of different things. I finished some of the rocks. Alright, I did decorate this area quite a bit. Got some rocks over here. Let me just start over here, right? So this is the nether portal that you'll come in from. This is what you'll see. It's not a super spectacular sight. By the way, a skunk just sprayed around here? Oh my gosh, is it bad? I can almost like start tasting it in my mouth. Blech. So yeah, you come out here and look at that. Look at that view. That is so pretty. I love the rocks. I love those birch trees. It just looks so darn nice. I love it. But let's go over here. Let's take a look at these real quick. I made a small, short tree, and it just looks nice. It's just a short tree. It's close to the ground. You feel very comforted by it. It's a personal kind of tree. The roots are growing through the rocks, and you know, I started using these leaves as kind of small roots. I mean, have you ever gone on a walk outdoors and you're on like a path of some sort? There's roots in the path, and it's not like one big huge root sometimes. It's just like little roots. So I decided to try and use that to make it look like roots, and I think it gets the point across. Let me sleep real quick. So I thought that was a cool trick. Maybe you guys can find a way to implement that yourselves. And I used these mud brick wall as a kind of stand-in between a full block width and a fence width. And I think it gets the point across pretty well. Not a perfect color, but I think it works. And then this tree. I like it, but I also hate it. I feel like it's way too close to this tree. But I do like the tree itself. I also like how it's very low and it's wide feeling. Hi, fella. It's just a really cozy feeling, and I love that. And once again, I wanted this to be growing through some rocks right here on this bouldery cliff face. I think it looks nice. I decided to add a poppy, and I think that makes it look nice and cute. Here is the bridge. Oh, I forgot to show you guys this. I've been to a park before where they use logs in a step-like fashion to hold in dirt. And this is kind of what I tried to do here. I kind of did it a little better over there. But that was my attempt anyways. Just adding some detail, added some bushes, added a mossy area, put some flowers right here, the whole 9 yards. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's done. Alright, and come over here. Come over here. That view I had envisioned over here, it's pretty much that. It's pretty much that. I mean, I think that's pretty good. Zoom in a little bit, you know? Look at that. You've got that beautiful tree on the left. You've got that mountain right in the middle. And you've got that bridge right there. Man. And, you know, that's what I wanted. I saw that, and I wanted to make that. And that's what I did. I'm going to show Coco what I did here later. It won't be on camera. If she wants to record that interaction, then she can, and it'll be on her video. Her channel's always linked in my description for these Calamity Craft videos. But that's going to do it, guys. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, the whole 9 yards. You know it. Take care.